An Introduction to Chapter 8, Globalization and Sustainable Development.
Which historical thinker made a great analysis in advance about the challenges of globalization and sustainable development in the 21st century?
Perhaps Darwin is a possible candidate. His ideas about evolution provide food for thought. Darwin prophesied that humankind will follow the same fate of extinction like other natural species. According to him, individual instinct and self-interest will lead to overuse of resources and destruction of the natural systems needed to support life. In fact, he highlighted the challenge of governments worldwide working together so that the exploitation of natural resources for individual countries as well as businesses would not be exhaustive. For the United Nations, but also for economic supranational institutions like the IMF and WTO, an important role lies ahead.
How do you see the role of economic supranational institutions like the IMF and WTO?
The IMF and the WTO focus on monetary stability and a stable growing economy. They work in general from a neoliberal point of view, especially since the end of the previous century and the beginning of the current one. It's about the mantra of economic growth and the vision that national governments rebuff taxes to give the market more space. It's also about less government, reduced taxes, and less bureaucracy and subsidies. In the 90s, supranational institutions like the IMF, the World Bank, and the U.S. Treasury promoted neoliberal policy, which has become known as the Washington Consensus.
What are the consequences of policy based on the Washington Consensus for sustainable development?
The Washington Consensus has issues such as liberalization of capital flows, fiscal austerity, property rights, and deregulation worldwide high on its priority list. The policy is good for short-term growth, but welfare in the long term is coming under increased pressure. The capital concentration of the elite is increasing, while depletion of resources is giving more cause for concern. This, while the economic supranational institutions could make a significant contribution to this.
Could you elaborate further on the role of these institutions and how they could contribute to sustainable development?
Well, that depends on the role that they are assigned. For example, we can look at the WTO. They should not only be concerned with free trade. For the future, the growth of productivity should get less priority. It becomes important how we distribute prosperity and how sustainability is shaped. The 21st century requires new economic game rules, and improvements are needed to terms and conditions when applied to free trade. Companies which export and which are located in countries that don't have a government that sets high standards for companies in the field of the environment and labor conditions should be charged higher import taxes. For sustainable development, it is important that there is a fair playing field for all countries to avoid the free rider dilemma. For example, to create a worldwide fair playing field on carbon emissions, so companies can't get competitive advantages, it is fair that they have to pay border carbon adjustments, BCAs, if they don't have to pay them in the country from where the export takes place. Sustainable development is about quality of life and a circular economy. On a worldwide basis, more demands should be made on businesses. An institution like the WTO could make a tremendous contribution. There is an urgent need for worldwide regulation and an authority that can intervene if the rules are violated.